Hey guys, it's Charlie. 409,000 people filed for first-time unemployment claims last week. 400K, over and over and over again, we hear these numbers. You know, month after month, year after year, we're seeing the unemployment situation get no better at all in this country. Where most middle class, the ever-shrinking middle class, put their wealth is in their homes, we see that double-dipping, triple-dipping, call it whatever you want. I call it an outright depression in the housing sector and in this economy in general. Yet we have our same politicians who brought us here, who didn't see it coming, who wrote all the legislation to bail out Wall Street, demanding more debt. You know, the scare tactics have hit all new levels in this drama for the debt ceiling. You know, and it's scare the people who want to pay attention to it. But that's okay because most of the country is enamored with what's going on in the NBA or the NHL or what mother is murdering her children around this country. This is what the info news corporations give you. A bunch of horrible stories that make people not want to stick their head out the door and certainly not want to pay attention to anything going on in DC or on Wall Street. And when Geithner goes to an HBO opening of the movie Too Big to Fail, he makes statements blaming the American people that we hold the burden for the collapse of 2008. All-time lows are coming out of this person's mouth, as far as I'm concerned. You know, this tells you what kind of person he is. Tim Geithner, who had to use TurboTax and then failed at that even. Tim Geithner, who was the president of the Federal Reserve Bank in New York, rubbing elbows with the folks on Wall Street every single day, who didn't see this collapse coming, who let some of his buddies live and some of them die, and let these too big to fail become bigger and larger and more important than ever, than any financial institution in the history of this planet. He's going to go before cameras and blame the American people and their using of their credit cards. The fact of the matter is we've spent so much more bailing out the too big to fail than all the mortgage debt, than all the credit card debt, student loan debt. You know, the truth of the matter is this country has been sold out to a bunch of globalist, scumbag, parasitic bankers, plain and simple, holding a gun to the American people's heads one more time for $2 trillion. And they'll have people like Pandit from Citigroup, you know, telling you how he's a saint, how he's a hero, because he took $1 salary during the crisis, the generated financial terrorist act of 2008 till present. But now a story showing that what he's really going to make is millions and millions and millions of dollars, because he's taken his company from a $13.6 billion loss to a $13 billion profit in just a little over 2 years. Well, let me tell you something that's an absolute fact. If I take every failure you've ever had in your life and I hand it to the guy next to you and then I shower you with free money, there's absolutely no way that you couldn't show a profit either. Stories are attached. That's all I got.